I am back at my old stomping grounds, Wolf Trap Park. I went to McGaheysville, Virginia to go snowboarding and skiing and all that stuff with my son, and we had an amazing time. The whole point really was to go tubing because that's what we love to do. And settled into the room, went to the tubing location, and lo and behold, they were sold out. So I just stood there because I'm like, I feel like my whole plan is foiled. But I sat there, got myself together mentally and emotionally, and I said, we'll still be here tomorrow. So I said, can I get tickets for tomorrow? Got tickets for tomorrow. And then this morning we went snowboarding last night, which I attempted to do, but if you can tell or not, I am limping. I have arthritis in both knees, and I had surgery on the right knee years ago, and it is giving me some problems. So once I hooked my boots into the snowboard last night, I couldn't get up from the ground, and my knee had already felt like the size of a freaking grapefruit. I told my son, I can't do this. I said, you do this. He goes, no, we didn't come this far for you to not even try. I said, look, son, when you get my age, you will understand. I said, I'm willing to try a whole lot of stuff, but this one here, this ain't it. So I filmed him snowboarding. You know, I drug him up the hill on his snowboard, stuff like that. And then we did the rest of our thing. And then this morning we got up and went tubing, and then got on the road and came back for him to go to his boxing lesson. But it was a nice break just to get some fresh air in the mountains. Beautiful drive. I'll probably be posting a video, just a quick short of some of the stuff that we did and just some of the scenery, driving up and down the mountains and the elevation and your ears popping and all that stuff. And you know, cows and goats and sheep, hey, hello, on the side of the road. Big, beautiful homes. And you know, every time I drive through small towns like that have like resorts and stuff like that, I wonder, what do the people in the town do? Hey, Angel. Hey, Armari Gilbert. I be thinking, what do these people do to have these big ass houses? And you know, and it's sitting, you know, on a bunch of land. So I assume they, you know, have farms in the back or whatever, and they sell stuff and do all kind of stuff. Or they're probably the owners of, you know, all of the businesses in the area. But I always say, if I just let me hit the lottery, I am buying a home in one of these country towns, and it's gonna be one of those big ass homes on the top of the hill that could overlook the whole city. Hey, Angel. Hey, Nino. But it was nice. It was nice. No complaints here on my part. Was able to get away from the monotony in the city life. Now, mind you, I live in Hampton Roads. Hey, Laura. So to me, this really isn't big city. Hey, Culture Invasion. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hey, how are you? I'm okay. I'm doing much better now that I was able to get away from my home for a little bit and do some fun activities with my kid. Now we're back. I should go back to work. I should. I'm looking for a job, Joshua. You got one for me? You gonna give me a job? I actually put in a couple of applications online. When was it? Thursday night and Friday night. I went online and put some applications. There's a gentleman that's helping me to fix my resume again and help me do some things until I can go back to school. But until then, you know, I'm gonna just keep being me and try to budget as much as I can. But this was not on the plan, as I spent so much at the resort already. It costs a lot of money to rent equipment and do all those things, guys. But I highly suggest that you guys do it if you get a chance, just to say that you did it and do something different, you know. But at the end of the day, life is good, you know. The Most High woke us up this morning and gave us another chance to be better today than we were yesterday, and I am so grateful. Go to work at 7-Eleven. See, that's the thing too. I thought about working at 7-Eleven or just a gas station, but especially in my area, too much happens at the gas stations. Too much. I mean, and it'd be the gas stations that you don't think anything is going to happen because it being a nice neighborhood. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. 2 cashiers at the 7-Eleven in a really nice area in Yorktown was shot and killed. And this was probably earlier this year. So I'm just like, if I ever were to work, I would work during the day. I would never work at night, and I would have to carry on me. But this is a open carry, and you can conceal carry here, which would be cool. But it's like, I don't ever even want to be in a position to have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Gas stations around here are shady too and nice. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think gas stations are just a magnet for debauchery, honestly. So I just don't think I could ever do it. It would be cool, because I like to meet new people and say hey, and keep it short, help them up with their stuff, and keep it moving. And the next person, you know what I'm saying? That was one thing I loved about working in an immunization clinic, because you get to meet so many people all the time, and it's just a hi and bye, get it done, knock them out, and go on to the next person. And that would be cool, but I also do have disabilities, so I can't stand for very long. Can't stand for very long, can't sit for very long. My shoulder is effed up. It's a lot. It's a lot when you just don't get old. Just don't get old. But yeah, if I could find something where I could sit at home, a nice remote job, that would be awesome. And then I could just stack cash. Stack, stack, stack. That is the ultimate goal, is to stack. But guys, I was driving on the way back home, and the stereo in my car miraculously started working. It wasn't working on the way up from my trip. It was acting staticky. Then the right speaker went out, then the left speaker went out. Then I had to use my phone, and I'm just like, and then the dash didn't want to work, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. It's something else. It's just always something. But guess what? Those are first world problems, not something that's going to kill me, which at the end of the day, sometimes it's really good to have silence, no talking, no listening to anything, just be in your own thoughts. That way you can reflect, and your brain can process everything that it's experienced, in the last 24 hours or whatever, And I've tried meditation before. I need to get back into that. But with my speaker not working and not really being able to hear my phone because I'm on the highway, it gave me an opportunity to just kind of be in my thoughts and to kind of reflect on things, And one thing I was thinking about is, grief, because it's the end of the year, and 2024 has been a very interesting year for a lot of people, a sorrowful year for a lot of people, a good time for a lot of people. But I think for the most part, us as humans just having to live in this society, a lot of us have experienced highs and lows just within 2024. And I just want to remind people, first of all, we have to be grateful for what we have. We have to be grateful for even just still being alive, because a lot of people didn't make it this year. And then secondly, I just want to remind people to not let anybody in your life or what you read or see dictate how you operate in your own life and how you live your life. And definitely don't let anybody dictate how you feel about things. There are people that are, like I said earlier, that are grieving. Whether you lost a parent, a sibling, a cousin, a friend, a pet. Don't let people make you feel like you should be over it at this point. Grieving is a human emotion, and it's a process. And, my mother passed away, 4 years ago? And I'm literally still grieving, because there are things that I may see, or a feeling I may have, or a smell, or something like that, that'll remind me of her, And for me, when I grieve though, or when I think about somebody that I miss or lost, it takes me down a path of negativity, honestly. So for me, I know that, once I start feeling a certain kind of way, I have to stop it and refocus my attention on something else that's more positive in the moment. Otherwise, it'll take me down that rabbit hole. And so, but at the end of the day, I don't let anybody make me feel bad for still feeling a certain kind of way. Now moms, people will be like, oh, well, that's your mom. Of course, you're going to always grieve and all that. But even to people who lost, friends, or just even things that you have decided to let go, like alcohol, right? Yesterday I made 3 years clean and sober. No alcohol, no weed for 3 years. And I am very proud of myself for that. But just to be completely honest and transparent, I do miss it. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I'm still grieving, because that was my escape. That was my go-to. That was my favorite pastime. So I still miss it a lot. A lot of times I don't feel like I fit in. I feel like I'm not being myself. I'm not being fun if I don't have those things in my system. But it's taken me some time to finally get to a point where I'm starting to actually love myself. And all of that stuff takes time. So I'm just saying, don't allow anybody or anything that you see tell you how you should be, or what you should be doing, or where you should be at in life regarding anything. Thanks, Culture Invasion. Look at Easy. What up, Easy? So yeah, where I was at, you guys, it was like 54 degrees and cold, of course, because it's up top, high elevation. And then I start getting back down here, and it's like 72, 74 degrees outside, guys. It is so warm. I'm like, yo, are we about to get a tornado? I don't know what's going on in Mississippi or Louisiana, but I saw something on the news briefly when we turned on the TV. And I know there was some tornadoes somewhere, but this is that weather here. Like something is afoot. I don't know what, but you guys see them clouds? See them clouds? And things dark. Ain't no telling. But I'm gonna embrace it all. Nothing really crazy happens here where I'm at. So I'm grateful for that. But I will be relocating. I will be relocating. I will not be in this area for much longer, God willing. God has better plans for me and my son, that's for sure. That is for sure. When I posted that video the other day about my neighbor's shooting, turns out the gentleman that was, well, I don't even know if I can call him a gentleman, because I don't know if he was the one that instigated the fight or what. But anyways, the man that was shot, he is going to make it. He is in stable condition at the hospital. So praise God for that he's okay, and hopefully he will have learned a lesson from this. Sometimes you have to, I don't know if he was in the right or in the wrong. I don't know. I don't know who instigated it. I don't know. But the man that shot him is in custody, and then the man that was shot is in the hospital recovering, stable condition. But I'm hoping, because of this incident, that both of those men can realize that, taking arguments to the next level just isn't always worth it. Because somebody could lose their life, their livelihood, and everything, So I'm just praying that that situation gets better, and that when they both come home, there's no drama, no retaliation. I just know I can't do it. And the thing about where I live, it's not even just that incident. There's just a whole slew of things. Like where I live, that development came about back in the 80s, I believe. And there are people in the HOA that have been there all this time, and they always brag and boast about what the community was before and how nice it was and this and that. And then one person was like, well, we started letting Section 8 and stuff like that. And I'm not even going to blame it all on Section 8, because I know people who have Section 8 that take good care of their places, and they're respectful people. So I'm not even going to say that, because I've met people who have money that are just ignorant as F and will still tear up your stuff. I've seen that happen too. But over the years, our little community has just gotten really, really bad. And like I said, the buildings are very old. The pipings are horrible. Like, our HOA shells out thousands. Every time you turn around, we're shelling out thousands for the pipes, because the pipes are so old, and a lot of people, but this is where we are. So I just have to deal with what it is now. But I am grateful that I have a roof over my head. I am grateful that I have heat, I have water, I have all the basic amenities in order to live. So for that, I'm grateful. That's why I know that God is going to bless me and my son with something better and in a better area. Hey, Rose. But for now, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing the best that I can, protecting us as much as we can, and fixing what I can that's worth it, to keep our spot okay. But yeah, I'm out of here. Don't know where I'm gonna go next. I asked my son, I said, would you want to live in one of these small towns like this? And he said, well, would I have to go to school? That's the thing about living in old towns. They do kind of make you feel like you're stuck, and like, is this life? Is this it? I'm like, yeah, you gotta go to school. After you tend to the farm, son, you are gonna go to school, so that way you can move away, see some different things. But yeah, let me win a couple million. I probably have to win at least 20 million to be able to buy one of those homes out there in the country, but we'll see. Oh, I can't read what you're saying, Ampa. But yeah, life is life, and all we could do is the best that we can with it. Tomorrow's the 30th, and then my birthday is on the 31st. I'm a New Year's Eve baby. You live in a small town, Rose? Really? What state do you live in? I like small towns. You know why? Because I'm older and I'm getting old. So, small towns with just a few people, not much to do. That's peace right there. I ain't even gonna lie. That's like peaceful. You don't have to worry about the hustle and bustle of just people and energy. Just you and some animals. What up, Frank Brown? It looks calm and beautiful out there. Yeah, I'm in my old stomping grounds, Frank. Wolf Trap Park. I just got back from the mountains. I'm gonna post a short of me and my son doing some stuff out there at the ski resort. But we got back and it's 74 degrees here. Small town living, affordable and convenient. Yeah. Oh, you're in Ohio? Okay. I lived in Ohio. I lived in Dayton for a couple years. Look at Erica. Hey. Happy birthday. Make more energy. Yep. Not yet though. God willing, I'll make it to the 31st. God willing. And then your birthday is right after mine. So God is good at the end of the day. Same, I'm in C-Bus. What is C-Bus? Are you a Capricorn? Culture invasion? Now, are you a January Capricorn or a December Capricorn? Me and Erica always go back and forth on that. Agreed. It's quiet here, but I'm single and childless. No social life. Yeah, that could be a problem, especially if you like to do things. Are you young? If you old like me, then you perfect. You good. But if you're young and you want to mingle, that could be a problem. Have you thought about moving out, moving away, trying something different, moving to a bigger city? I'm a super Oh, my son's a Libra. Like the jacket. Thanks, Frank. It's from my military days. I had to take my rank off of there. Like, you ain't that no more. You're retired. Columbus is like, oh, okay. I've been to Columbus too. I met my boo outside the state. Yeah, sometimes you got to go out. Listen, sometimes they ain't right there. They not right there. You got to travel far and wide sometimes to find the right one. Oftentimes they are not in your backyard. Oh, you're 25. My goodness. Do you still live at home with your parents? Eventually I'll move out. You helping you understood. Understood. Yeah. Yeah. Priorities. You prioritizing your family, and that's a beautiful thing. Your time will come, you know. So if you're young and you're helping your family, hopefully you're just making a plan to get out eventually, making a 5-year, 10-year plan, you know, setting it up to where they won't need you at a certain point, and you can move on and do some other things, you know. But it's always admirable when people stay home and sacrifice for their families. So I totally understand that, and God will bless you for that. So men will be here, and if you let anybody tell you ain't nothing out here right now, no way. I was watching the Kendra G show the other day, and there was a guy on there that was 25, young black kid, and so sweet. He was just entertaining. He was just sense of humor, like golden personality, nice smile, just smiled the whole way, just great personality, you know. And Kendra was like, what kind of woman you looking for? He was like, just somebody that's herself, you know. He was like, I just want somebody that, he was like, I ain't gonna try to change you. He goes, he goes, if you like lashes, you can wear it in. If you like wigs, I don't even care. And I'm thinking the whole time, where is your daddy at though? Because that's what I need, like the version of you that's like 2 to 3 times older than you. Where the 44 you at? I want to know who raised you. That's who I want. But yeah, it's hard out here. It is hard. Whatever you do though, Rose, no internet dating, my dear. Find them organically. She says, eventually I'll move out. I'm helping. Okay. OMG, Kendra G is a whore. Who are you telling? Listen, I watch it for entertainment purposes only. I don't watch it to, you know, look for a guy to hook up with, or, you know, because she always says, oh, you might find your soulmate in the comments. Yeah, right. Not the way those people be commenting. Those people are hellions. I'm actually going to review one of her videos of a gentleman that came on there who was in Denmark, and he was talking about spirituality heavy, and it was really sad because Kendra didn't understand where he was coming from, and probably 98% of the people that were in the live chat didn't understand. And you know, when you have a spiritual relationship with the Most High, to people that are in the world, you will look foolish, you know. So people were telling her to hang up on him. People were saying this guy needs psych meds, this guy whatever, blah blah blah. But that's because they don't understand spirituality, and I don't think any of them have ever had a spiritual awakening before like this guy, because he was definitely on fire, and a lot of people just couldn't see it, and it was really, really sad. But I'm gonna try to review that. I gotta get a new webcam because the one that I have is not working properly, but I want to be able to review it and be on the screen at the same time and pause and touch on some things. Are you getting your steps in? Yeah, my knee is hurting, so I'm just trying to, you know, work it out because I've been driving for the last 3 hours, so now I'm just straightening it out. Speaking for the men, there are so many that are unprepared for serious relationships. Yeah, men and women. And I blame social media. I blame society. I blame a lot. Like me and my son, we were in the hotel, and he turned the TV on, and the commercials were just going on and on and on. And he was getting frustrated because he's like, this is crazy. Like, why are there so many ads? I said, this is the way it is. I said, ads, that's it. I said, we would sit and watch TV, you know, and be excited to see 15 minutes of our favorite sitcom and sit through 10 minutes of commercials. Like, that's just what it is, you know. So a lot of times these people these younger people, these new generations, they don't have patience. They don't have patience because they're so used to just getting everything that they want right now. You can go online, look on the dating sites, and just pick, go through, scroll. No, 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 maybe, no, no, maybe. Let me message this one, and then bam, you get a message back. It's all this instant. There's no, what do you call it? Chase and catch. There's no thrill of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't have crushes. They just go straight into smacking. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way it's supposed to be, you know? So when people don't get their way, that right there, that'll show you exactly what they're all about. Piss a person off, test a person's spirit, see where they at. Don't give them what they want. Their response will tell you everything you need to know. One of my homeboys said everybody that he dates, he could tell they be wanting it. You know, and sometimes he gives in, sometimes he doesn't. I said, listen, I said, the one that you really, really like, I said, don't give her what she wants. I said, and see how she responds. And that'll let you know right then and there if she's going to be a keeper or not. Because one thing about the women, especially on that show, that a lot of them say they don't have or that they lack is patience. And that's the worst thing to be, is an impatient woman. It's not good. You be impatient, end up settling for something you wish you hadn't. And then you crying. How did I end up in this situation? He was perfect. Well, you only knew him for 2 months, darling. That's it. But y'all, I gotta go. Gotta go pick up my son. I'm always late picking him up, but he's in good hands. I trust where he's at. And I will chat with you guys later. Thanks for coming on and tapping in. You guys be good. And if I don't see you guys again, have an awesome and beautiful New Year's.